And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
He's checking.
Sony Michel, his first carry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He's going to fire one deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine some blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8.
Better break. You better break. Let me know right now. You better break.
5-9. 51 to mine. 51 to mine. Tonight.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
0-2, 0-2.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
47. Check, 47. 3 bus.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. That's complete to a former Saint. It's Ben Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Brady. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback ever. Though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year. And
he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Mike 51. Hey, let's go. Kill. Mike 51.
Now Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kyle Van Noy. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Edelman set to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes up.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Brady. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Alex Anzalone, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready! We're waiting!
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Breeze finding Kamara. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Bravo! Check 52 to Mike. Watch the curl. Kill. Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? You're good. Right forward. Ready. Here we go.
Here's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On second down, Michel. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check my 40. Check my 40. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Brady going to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Ted Ginn Jr. Devin McCourty there defensively.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check it out, Brady. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, go 66.
Brady going option left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie.
Go. Go. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, check, 47.
Wait, set.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady on the left side. A catch by White. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Alabama.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check 99. 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You kill. Check. 53 is mine. Hey, Delta. 53 is mine. Yeah. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go. 36.
To throw, it's Breeze. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
53. Let's go.
Breeze now. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time, Breeze will throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wait, that wide, 80. Give me that ball, defense. Easy. 72.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
53, land now.
Motion, I got
Alert.
Mike's 47. Watch the screen. Showing that.
On second down, Michelle. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hey, 66.
Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. Check, crunch. Ready. Yellow lady. Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Hey, check 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They run it again with Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rush in. Check three. Out. Check 24. Check.
Easy, opposite.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Check 50. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Over. Watch it. Watch it.
Here's Murray. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
0-2.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 59 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, it's Michel. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 450.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Set. 5-9. 51. 51. Kill. Check nickel. 49. Check 49.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Breeze. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Safety's creeping. Easy. 13.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Sammy! Hey, look 3. We got 21. Mike 51. Here we go.
They're going to try and run. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
So don't say nothing.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Regular.
Brady now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gostkowski for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Breeze is looking to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.